Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm a channeler and a healer. In today's video we are asking the universe the question, what am I forgetting? So this may be something you've literally forgotten or you want to forget, and maybe the energy is coming in for you. So I have 3 groups to choose from today. I have Crystal 1, Crystal 2 or Crystal 3. You can go down to the description box and go directly to your reading if you wish. The timestamps are also on the video chapters. I'll see you there. Crystal 1, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up your flint here, or the circle stone, and just see what I can feel in regards to what are you forgetting. I'm hearing the term an urgent call to arms. So there may have been something that you dedicated yourself to before, and now it's coming back around and asking for you to give it some attention. So it may be a cause, it may be something that you started on the healing path, it may be something that you worked on years ago but it now needs some more attention again. I feel like the subconscious has been picking at your conscious mind here, and it's almost like there's a feeling of something. And you may have been searching around thinking, what have I forgotten? Have I paid this? Have I done that? And that's because there's a sense of, yes, you have forgotten something. But what it is either a cause or a path from the past. It's not so much a belief I get here. It's more maybe you decided that you were going to volunteer for something and you did for a while, and then circumstances happened and you had to withdraw. So that's just an example, but what I'm getting at is it's something that you started on the journey with before, and now they want to draw your attention to it. And it may not be that you've literally forgotten it. It's more about your energy has gone elsewhere and it's time to get back to what you were doing. And it needn't have to be a major part of your life. It could be a little part. It could be something social and fun. Maybe you went to a knitting group once a week, or maybe you went dancing once a week. Whatever it happens to be, life made you forget about that because it wasn't an option at some point in your life, but now it's time to go back. And it could absolutely be something completely fun. All right, for some of you, I'm getting as well that life at the moment is sending you challenges through the external. So it may be something that you're looking at or viewing and it's quite distressing to you. So your angels are saying, we want you to remember that you are a sovereign being and you have total control over your life. And it's up to you whether you choose to use this total control or not. So if you're feeling that external things are influencing your life, it's time to start prioritizing which of those external things is important to you and really get into the nitty-gritty of why they're important to you. So let's just say that, for an example, there's a disaster in the world, and there usually always is a disaster somewhere in the world. And I'm not negating anyone's experiences, but what I'm saying here is you may be really triggered by what's going on externally to you, and you may feel unsafe, and then maybe that makes you hide in your house, or maybe that makes you buy lots of supplies at the supermarket because you feel unsafe and feel like resources are going to be stretched. And what your angels are saying to you is you can manage this without going into a panic. Sit in your own energy, feel yourself, and then take action from that place rather than these external stimuli. Because you've forgotten how powerful you are. You're an incredibly powerful being. And we've all forgotten that, essentially. But for you as a group, you are very good manifestors. And so you can certainly go down that route. If everyone else is panicking about something, Withdraw your energy from that and focus on what your inner energy is saying to you, because it may be something completely different. And it does mean that you aren't in the herd, and that can feel unsafe in itself, but you are doing what's best with the information that you have for yourself and your family and your loved ones. I'm getting for some of you here, there may actually be some outside interference in you trying to manifest something. And I'm getting two camps here. I'm getting one camp recognises how powerful you are and they don't want you to prosper. And the other camp is just more a little bit envious of what you've got. And so that's hampering. Because you are really sensitive to the world's energies, yeah, it's kind of blocking some things that you want. So again, the advice from your angel team is to draw back into yourself. Go into your inner world every day. So that might be meditation or just being or sitting out in nature, and just allow what comes to you to come to you from the ether. There may be someone physically hindering what you want to do. Or maybe you've got a partner who doesn't like anything they can't see or taste or smell or recognise with their five senses, and you come in with some concepts that you want to chase, and they might be poo-pooing it and just saying, no, that's ridiculous. I would say trust, again, your own guidance here with what you want to do and what you want to pursue. Because after all, it is your life. You're not living it for anyone else's benefit here. It's for you. And certainly you can be part of community and help people when it's needed. However, you still have the right to make your own choices in life. Okay, Crystal 1, the energy's receding now. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was helpful for you. And I will see you in my next video. Crystal 2, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up your crystal so I can channel through it here. Okay, elephant in the room. And elephants are to do with not forgetting or remembering, aren't they? That association. And now I can't even remember what it is. Oh, an elephant never forgets. An elephant never forgets. So maybe you feel like you're someone who never forgets anything. But I'm still getting that there is something here, and it may be something really minor, inconsequential, but there's something here, and I feel it's in the material world. So it may be, maybe you thought you sent an email back to someone and it didn't go back to them. Maybe you thought you had paid that bill, but it hadn't actually happened. There's just something, and it's nothing major. I feel like it's something very small, but it's almost like you're going to go, that's what I was forgetting. And it's like you kind of thought you'd done it. So it's not like you'd forgotten that it needed to be done. It's more that you thought you had gone through with what it is. And like there's almost I'm getting a lot of electronics with this, so it may literally be email correspondence or online banking or something like that, where, you know, there's electronics involved. Or maybe you thought you'd save something, although computers are much better these days at saving things for us when we forget. But there's something to do with electronics here. Or maybe you've literally forgotten where you've put your phone or something like that, because I'm getting a little bit of, not so much confusion, but just like, what? And it's only like an instantaneous brain freeze where you've just suddenly gone, what did I do with my phone? And like, it's so minor, like I hardly feel like I need to say anything for this group. I don't feel like there's anything major you're forgetting. I do feel that you might be the type of person who writes lists or has everything in its place so that you know exactly what's going on and where it's happening, and you might be a super planner where you can plan things ahead of time, and that's great. And it's great to write lists because it actually gets things out of our heads and we don't have to keep thinking about them. So well done, you. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything major for you. What a disappointment, group. Probably a really good thing, because you don't want to be forgetting anything completely major in your life. I feel like there might be some things you wish you could forget from the past, maybe partnerships or relationship-wise. And the advice here is honour the feelings that you did have at the time that you were happy with that person, and let go of everything else, because you do keep pulling yourself back into that space at times, and yeah, it's not necessary, is what they're saying. And that's what you really need to forget, is those bad times that you had in the past, because they won't be repeating themselves. You've got a clear path as far as that goes. Well, Crystal 2, short and sweet. Well, I hope you appreciate that live check-in, that everything's going okay for you. Maybe you've been worried about something and it's really not necessary at this point in time. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Crystal 3, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up your crystals so I can channel through it. I'm getting like a real bar humbug feeling with this, like when it comes to forgetting something. Maybe you've forgotten lots of things. Oh gosh, I feel like it may even be that you're so overwhelmed at the moment that you know that you're missing a lot of things, but you just really don't care. I'm laughing because the energy is kind of funny with it. It's like, oh well, you know, whatever. It's very live and let live type energy is what it is. It's just like, well, you know, it's not really important. And yeah, I get this sense that you do prioritise things in life that are important, but there's all these other little things, maybe some of the life admin things that just think, oh well, doesn't matter, I'll whatever, I'll get to it. I do feel that for some of you there are one or two things that are priorities, but perhaps you have overlooked them just because of the sheer volume of what has been left. This is no judgment on my part here, but what I'm feeling is that maybe you've been overburdened, maybe there's been a life crisis going on, and there's just something that's been forgotten here. And I'm even seeing someone misplacing some jewellery as well, and you've forgotten where it is. Yeah, so it might be there is a bit of forgetfulness, but you're not really attached to that feeling of being worried about it, which is probably a good state, because, you know, we get ourselves in a situation in life where we've got so many things going on that it's really hard to cope with anything when it becomes too much. And we're all guilty of that. I mean, life is busy these days. So let's just backtrack here, and I want to go back to the one or two things that you're forgetting. One of the things is with a family member. So I'm just wondering whether you've forgotten a birthday or something that you normally are on top of. Maybe it's a distant family member where you might send a birthday card, and you know that's kind of your contact. But I feel like there's something with the family member that you've forgotten. Maybe there's something coming up that up to this point you've forgotten, and it's in the future. Let's just say that next weekend you have a birthday party that you've totally forgotten about. So I feel like there's a little bit of investigation needed there, and it is with a family member. And it doesn't have to be necessarily a close family member, but it's someone that you may see once a year on their birthday. Or it might be a very close friend that you only see once a year on their birthday, or your contact with once a year. So it's something that you've forgotten around semi-regular contact there. Okay. And the other thing is, oh gosh, I'm being shown a car. So for some of you, it might be something to do with your car. And even for some of you, I'm seeing a boat as well. So some sort of transport. Maybe you haven't topped up your travel card, or maybe you haven't paid your registration, or maybe you haven't done something around car, or maybe you've forgotten to get your regular servicing. There's something around some sort of transport there. that you've forgotten to do. So these are really practical things that your angel teams are just bringing forward. And I'm seeing now, like, they're handing me like a piece of paper with writing on it. So it might be like a bill was forgotten, is due, or there's some sort of communication that needs addressing. So maybe it's an email. You might just need to go and have a quick look through your emails and see if there's anything major that's been overlooked. They're showing me someone it's like an old-fashioned filing cabinet, and, you know, putting things into categories. So maybe if you are feeling too overwhelmed, maybe just once a week go through your emails and just either delete what you don't want and file away what's urgent for immediate attention and then what's intermediate. Because I feel like there is just so much, maybe it's just that you're really busy at work and there's so much volume of stuff coming towards you that a couple of things have been missed. And no shade on you, it's just, you know, these days we're so busy because there's always information coming at us. It's hard, our brains cannot process the amount of information that comes at us at the speed that it comes to us. So it's not only you that's struggling with that, it's pretty much everyone. And I'm hearing something about host, some sort of host. That may mean something to you. Maybe you're hosting something, or maybe you have to host something, or maybe there's a host that you need to get in touch with. I think hosting is to do with websites as well, so you might want to have a look at that. Yeah, I might have just maybe given you enough information here to jog your memory about something. And I don't feel like this is life or death. I feel more your overwhelm and the fact that there is so much coming at you, but I'm also feeling that to ease the burden there needs to be just a couple of little systems put in place so that you don't feel overwhelmed and overburdened again. Okay, Crystal 3, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I'll see you in my next one.